Good evening, friends. Thank you for joining Candid Meena every evening to follow what's happening in India and abroad. Thank you for sending me your useful comments and suggestions. If you believe in the channel, to hit the like button, share with your friends, and spread the message. Our mission is only to bring you the truth at both sides of the story. Thank you for your support. We have Saffron Tiger back with us. Welcome, Saffron.
Namaskar, Meena ji, and namaskar to all my viewers coming
Yeah,
after a gap and really excited to have this
yeah.
much needed conversation with you.
Yeah. So, friends, we have a very a busy young father with us. Who obliges us whenever the baby boss allows him. So today, baby boss is okay. So we have him back with us, and nice to have you, Saffron.
Thank you for understanding my family commitments and being
We've gone
accommodating.
through it all.
Right.
Yeah. So, Saffron, see, wanted to talk about a few things, but first I wanted to show friends, our audience, a clip. So let me just show you that, and then we'll move on to the next point. So let me just show you this video, which has gone viral on both Instagram as well as Twitter. It's Sara Ali Khan. So you see that she's almost drugged or drunk. She can't walk, and her friend is helping her.
What? What did she do there?
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Oh God, so shameless.
Yeah.
Seriously.
So we were very surprised to see this. I mean, is it really uh, is it really on? And second thing that I saw was, Ekta Kapoor is directing the movie called Goodbye with Amitabh Bachchan and Rashmika. And in that, there's a song now that they have released in which she's wearing a very short dress and dancing to a song called Hick, okay, which means she's drunk and they're all drunk in a pub and they're dancing. So that's one song. I'm just getting to one point, and then you have Vikram Vedal, where you have Hrithik Roshan dancing to a song called Alcoholia. Okay, now this is all about alcohol, drinks, drugs, everything. So, what are these filmmakers actually? All these actors were supposed to be role models for the public, teaching the audience that you can drink and can wear all these short dresses and go to pubs and and if some man does do something to you, then you are not responsible. He has to be put in jail. So everything is, see, sometimes it works against the men as well. So what is it that they're teaching these, the audience?
I think the ethos that these all these especially these Bollywood nepo kids are brought up with are very disgusting. You can see that clearly she was. It is a case of sexual assault what she has done, right? But given our country where justice is delivered based on the classes and people of so to speak menial jobs are not given the voice
Yeah,
to bring these matters up. Anybody would look at the video and say that, oh, you know what, these are the nepo kids of now, and how they are brought up. She is absolutely shameless. The kind of things that after SSR we have seen, boycott Bollywood campaign is going. None of the movies are doing well, but there is nothing that brings seriousness in minds of these people who have been entitled right from the day they were born out of the womb. It is beyond my understanding that is there anything that these people are affected with other than financial loss. I don't think so. If you can have someone so powerful from a film fraternity who won't bat an eye to get his wife killed in Dubai, and the children are silent, I don't know what else can be done,
yeah,
to bring these people to the book. And
yeah,
that's why I feel that the ethos which these nepo kids and also their parents they have been brought up with, in itself is a big statement of how Bollywood industry has been running since the past several decades.
Absolutely. Yeah. And also, as you remember, see, with regards to also the box office numbers, they have been fooling us, And what a person called Vladimir Adityanath is saying, guys, no RTI or litigation will help us uncover money laundering in Brahmastra. The money is real, only the source is fake. And GST is paid as an acceptable loss. Weak overseas legislation helps this. The problems are no cooperation between on fake overseas distribution information. It is possible to send and receive money to and from a country, say Pakistan, and tell it is for release in Somalia. So you see how much confusion there is, and how they know all the what you call hera feri to make it happen. Karan Johar has absolutely no shame. Every theater is empty, and he says that, see, they have made profits over 200 crores. Where is it coming from? Empty seats. Why isn't the government doing something, or the EDs doing something about it? Are they scared of Karan Johar and his connections with the cabal? I don't know why. See, also in Saffron, recently there was news that Ajay Devgan and had gone to Gujarat, and they had signed a 200 crore association with Bollywood. See, Gujarat is a BJP state. What are they doing with Bollywood? Who is advising them? Don't they know that the boycott Bollywood movement is on and the cleansing of Bollywood is happening? And so many deaths have happened there. Are they contributing to it?
In a way they are contributing to it, because at the end of the day it is just a dirty game of politics, money and mileage. And the interest, the ulterior motives of the political parties couldn't be more clear at the time when boycott Bollywood campaign is going online and flourishing by leaps and bounds. At that time BJP government is making an alliance with someone like Ajay Devgan to possibly have him invest in Gujarat for some other films that may come out in the near future. uh, this is one side of the story. The other side of the story is apart from people like us, there are several other people who are boycotting Bollywood, but there is also a good chunk of people right now who are so brainwashed, even to this day are so brainwashed, and some of them even have dreams to make it big in the Bollywood industry. Despite knowing what happened to Sushant Singh Rajput, despite knowing what happened to Sri Devi and several other people, uh, there is no dearth of brainwashed people. So I feel I'm more concerned by the fact that in an attempt to make a deal with someone like Ajay Devgan, BJP may not end up brainwashing certain people who are like pro boycott Bollywood movement. Because then in essentially when you are joining hands with someone from Bollywood cabal, then you have to promote their films, you have to say good things about them, and then you have to give them tax benefits or whatsoever. Ajay Devgan may not have joined hands with BJP for nothing. In return, definitely he must have asked some terms and conditions that the BJP representative had to sign on. So BJP is to be blamed here completely. I think what they are doing is just completely unacceptable, completely beyond the pale, and somebody needs to take responsibility of this at this time.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, theatre owners of South India reveal why they don't want to retain Ranveer Alia's Brahmastra. The theatre owners from South India claim that though Brahmastra has collected better than other Bollywood movies in recent times, they are not eager to retain it. According to a report in Indian Express, Tirupur Subramaniam, the president of Tamil Nadu Theatre Owners Association, said, no other Hindi films managed to run like this in recent times. So there's no disappointment. Brahmastra has garnered a better collection for Hindi movie post-pandemic in Tamil Nadu. We don't understand why no recent Hindi film has done well. Is it because of content, or has the market for Hindi films shrunk? Maybe if Brahmastra had better content, it may have done even better, he said. And Rakesh Gautam, a Chennai-based exhibitor who manages Vetri Theatres, also said, we didn't expect it to perform like Bahubali. It performed at the same level as the recent Thor movie. It's not like Lal Singh Chadda or Chamshera. We expected something from these movies, but they were a total washout. Brahmastra's opening and all were decent. If the content was good and appreciated by all, it would have picked up during the weekdays, and it would have retained small screens on second screens in the second week. But now it's totally over. Except for multiplexes, all theaters are dropping Brahmastra. We don't want to retain Brahmastra, but we want to keep Tiruchitram Balam, which is in its fifth week. Now here, see, this is a total lie, Saffron, because see, insiders from the south are saying that the theaters are empty and it's a huge flop. Okay, so now these people would have been you have some association with Karan Johar, and that's why they're saying this. Okay, so if it is done well, why are they closing it, and why are they removing it from the theaters? So to please people like Rajmouli, they must be saying these things because they would have accepted some sort of money from them, And it's a fact that everybody, you won't believe it, Saffron. Every day I get mails showing theaters in Toronto, Vancouver, everywhere which are empty except for one or two seats. Nobody is buying any tickets from Brahmastra. Where are they getting this money from? What sort of lies are these people churning out?
I think, ma'am, one of the key factors here is that the money, as far as the money is concerned, we obviously know that it is coming from illegal proceeds and all the dirty proceeds, and it's a financial crime money. It's money with blood, colored in blood, that is being invested into Bollywood, right? Blood of departed souls like Sushant Singh Rajput, Disha Salyan, and so many people who may have been killed, threatened, extorted, for giving up their real estate or for compromising their roles in Bollywood. It's all sort of dirty money coming in from Dubai, Karachi, and God knows from where, from anti-national places where people of Khalistani mentality are pumping in money, even not only to Bollywood, but also some of the state-controlled parties. I won't name them. Now, coming to the other side of the story, I think the Bollywood cabal is also deeply under tremendous pressure because when criminals are funding them to make movies, the criminals want their money to be washed, and the criminals want a return on their black money. So the first problem is being solved because that money is being invested into the financial economy to make films. But the second problem is not being solved. They are not getting the returns that they would, right? And that's why these people are under tremendous pressure. And we all know that the people who are funding the likes of Dharma, YRF, or so many production houses, they have a certain kind of mentality, or I think anti-India agenda. So definitely all of the things that are portrayed in these films are against the Sanatan Dharma, against the values that we have all been raised with. So it is a catch 22 for Bollywood cabal and the likes of Kejo to try to generate profit from people like us and also keep his bosses happy in Dubai, Karachi. And that is something he is not being able to do. And for that purpose, what they have done is that he is asking the Bollywood, the cabal controllers, some extra piece of money which is being pumped into the PR agencies. And these PR agencies, ये किसी के भी सगे नहीं होते हैं. They are just loyal to the money they receive, and their job is to pump in fake news, to show, to hire some sold out journalists and film critics, and then let them, tweet about the movie being so awesome and whatnot, and then taking clips of some other old movie which was a super hit, and then showing it on all over on social media that the movie is doing really well. I mean, it is just beyond, my grasp of my logic that why would anybody in their sane mind keep pumping fake narratives? And we have seen that, not only limited to Bollywood, we have seen fake narratives everywhere. Like even in the SSR campaign, there were a lot of those. So this is how this game is being run. But only difference is that the number of people who were awakened now are far, far, far more than the number of people who were awakened couple of years ago before
Yeah,
SSR murder.
yeah. Now the sister of Sushant, tweeted that she saw Sushant in her dreams. It has been trending on Twitter since morning, with fans still grieving over his death. The post carries an image where a framed image of Sushant can be seen along with a bottle of what was supposedly his favorite perfume, a Bleu de Chanel. The tweet reads, "What life has mercilessly denied me, I seem to steal in the peace of my sleep. A relaxed setting in your playful yet intense company, discussing of all things, your favorite perfume and the fragrance lingers on all around me. Saw Sushant in dreams." Now, here, this is a very strange tweet coming from the sister, because what the news that I got from social media is that the sisters are in the USA enjoying themselves. So, and have forgotten everything about Sushant, when it's only the fans and the SSRians who are, fighting for him.
I'm not aware of the news that the sisters are in the USA, and I'm honestly not following them, so I don't know if they tweet. Sometimes when I go on any space, which is also very rare, I hear that, oh, the sister commented this or the sister did that. Mostly what I hear is that there has been, like, fights going on, and, like, the taglines and people wanting some footage to get visible to the sister so they can give their unsolicited 2 cents of advice, which the sisters are of course not going to follow. There have been like umpteen number of occasions where everybody continues to give a very I would say a very easy pass to the sisters, saying that, oh, you know what, please don't blame them, they are being controlled, they are being manipulated. First they were manipulated by Nilotpal, then they were manipulated by Smita Parekh, and now they are being manipulated by some YouTuber in California. So, I mean, like, are you that dumb that you continuously get manipulated? You got manipulated when your brother was struggling, right? You got manipulated when your brother was being controlled by a foreign lady, right? Who was foreign to their family, right? Who took complete control. You got manipulated when your brother really wanted your help, and you got manipulated when your brother got killed. You got shelled in, like, despite the powers you have, you being in the legal fraternity, your people in your family, your spouses, your brother-in-laws holding such important positions, like, you had money earned by SSR, you had money earned by yourself, still you kept quiet. And now suddenly, after a year and a half, when you got back to your senses, and you started coming with the help of Smita Parekh to do live sessions, and you saw that finally you woke up from your what I would say, the fairy tale, nightmarish fairy tale for us, but fairy tale for you. That's when you realize that, oh, okay, I could make something out of this here. I honestly, I just don't know why it has been happening, whatever has been happening. The family is doing very less, and it is coming in too late. It's okay if we all want that Sushant should get justice. When we all came into this campaign, we did not come because of the family, we came because of Sushant. So even if the family would have been quiet, our zest would have not been reduced, we would have gone full throttle. Even now we are have all hands on the deck, all of us. Like, I sometimes when I see people on Twitter, I remember some of the IDs. I know them for so long, and they have been consistently tweeting and voicing their opinions on various lives. So that is a good thing. But as far as family is concerned, I think too little and too late.
Absolutely. Yeah. So on Saturday, Kamal Khan expressed his desire to review Hrithik Roshan and Saif Ali Khan's film Vikram Veda. He took to Twitter and took an indirect hit at the Bollywood people for putting him in jail. He said, "I'll definitely review Vikram Veda if Bollywood people won't put me in jail again before the release of the film." Now, this is the same man, he's a U-turn man. And this is the same man who said that Karan Johar and actors, the actors should not be blamed. Ajay, Akshay Kumar should not be blamed, for his arrest. Now he says that it is Bollywood people. Now, who are the Bollywood people who are trying to put you in jail? First thing. Second thing is, I was just watching a small launch of this movie on stage, and you have Hrithik Roshan coming in and then dancing to the same song, Alcoholia, you know, and suddenly these people jump on stage, many men just jump on stage, and they also start acting drunk, and they dance. So, just for starters, I think it's a wrong message that you're giving out to people, that this is the song that you're trying to promote. Okay. And this is not the kind of thing people want to see, because see, you are trying to copy. First of all, you're trying to copy Yash of South, that is Karnataka. Yash was a superstar in Karnataka. Second thing is, you're also trying to copy Kamala Hassan's latest movie. Okay, you're trying to dance like him. Now, see, this obsession with South is also there in his movements. And again, see, coming back to the fact that Kamal Khan, if he says that Bollywood is going to, jail him again before he does some sort of criticism, now he thinks he is the reason behind the boycott Bollywood movement. He doesn't know it was Sushant's death that has exposed everything, and it's Sushant behind this movement. And even if he is, whether he's in jail or not, this is going to happen. And Vikram Vedant is also going to face the same fate that Brahmastra faced. Yes.
I think there are many elements whom I would call who are playing on the both sides of the aisle, even in this movement, even in boycott Bollywood movement, and in the film industry and from the film fraternity. There are many gauging what is the direction of the wind and what is the mass perception. So ऐसे लोगों को हिंदी में एक शब्द है, उनको कहते हैं थाली का बैंगन. So I think we should use these bangans and to our advantage. When someone like KRK has been bashing Bollywood, right? We should give him more footage. And when he's speaking against us, we should give him less footage. That is how it should happen. I really want KRK to review Vikram Veda and also to Brahmastra. I don't think if he has done it or not. Somebody sent me like one video of one of his reviews. It was very funny. I found it very funny. When he bashes Bollywood, I like it. So I will use it to my advantage, and I will share it with other people so that due to some or any other reason, they will not go and watch that movie. And inadvertently, we will have more support in the boycott Bollywood movement. When you tell people that that movie is very storyline, people will think twice from spending 500 rupees to 1000 rupees on a movie. So that is how we have to play this game, because everybody is playing this for their advantage, and
Yeah.
our advantage is getting Sushant justice. So for
Yeah.
that, whatever we need to do, however we need to play this game, even if it is a dirty game, even if it lacks certain integrity, we should play this because the greater picture is giving justice to Sushant Singh Rajput. So for that, whatever it is that needs to happen, we should do it. And people like KRK and some other reviewers, who have God knows for what reason, they have a good following on social media. I think they are just like, I would say, Rakhi Sawant level. So these people, they are just here to gain some attention and possibly some freebies given to them by the public.
Yeah. So yesterday we saw pictures of Shah Rukh Khan's son, walking out of the airport. He was coming from somewhere, and the whole thing seemed really staged. It was as though he was acting in a movie, and so it was. I mean, we had our doubts, and I think it's. I'm sure it's all staged because a person somewhere was holding the poster of Pathan. Now nobody can get the poster of Pathan unless it is an insider, right? Then a boy goes running to him and kisses his hand. Now he's not even into movies. How did he get so many fans? Second thing is salams. He does a salam like Shah Rukh Khan. So what happens? Every fan in social media compare Shah Rukh Khan's salam with his salam to say how like father and how like son. You remember? So it's the same. This is the same fellow who was running away from the cameras just a few months back. after the Cordelia drug hall, and his father was also coming from the back door when he went to parties like Karan's. Now the father and the son have become bold, and perhaps he's going now with the he's also got an ad with Adidas, so the confidence is coming back. But look at the way the cookie rolls, because see, you have Samir Wankhede, who's been pushed into the background, a righteous officer, and here is a person who has absolutely nothing to his credit, acting like his father.
uh, Ma'am, I think it is a strategy of SRK to introduce his son into limelight
Yeah,
eventually, like, on a broader stage. But he knows that there is a rapid and a massive hatred campaign against the entire Bollywood industry going on right now. So he's taking his time to introduce his son in a film or like a big web series or something along those lines. So that is why he's like, slowly starting to push him into ads and some kind of brand ambassadorship. And then eventually, when things are quiet, that's when the movie will be launched, because anything else they cannot do, right? They don't know anything else, right? They don't have any brains, they don't have any conscience. All they know is that the director telling them to do these matkas and jhatkas on the screen, and that's what they are going to do. So that is the strategy behind it. Now, as far as honest people like Samir Wankhede are concerned, you would be very surprised to see that there are some, like, honey trappers even in this campaign, in the Sushant Singh Rajput movement, who are running after Samir Wankhede ji, despite knowing that he is married and he is a family man. There are women in this campaign who are, like, chasing him for God knows what reason, and being obsessed with him. So right at this point, we need honest people like Samir Wankhede and the people that, like, we look up to. And if we are able to act even like 25% of what Samir Wankhede is doing, like, if we are able to maintain that tempo, uh, have those ethics and that intention to fight for Sushant, I think uh, I don't know if Sushant will get justice or not, because of the way government has been, like, selectively acting. But they will be definitely under pressure. That I can be sure of. And that is why, like, I feel that everyone, consider Bollywood cabal, political parties, or these PR agencies, right? They are all buying time for over 2 years. They are thinking that कभी तो यार ये hatred जाएगा, कभी तो ये लोग बोर हो गए और इनको हमारी मूवीज देखने का मन करेगा. Initially, what was the problem? There was not, like, there weren't like OTT platforms flourishing as they are today, right? So the outlet for people was limited to Bollywood, outlet was limited to what they were being shown. Now there is no dearth of content, right? Even if someone has Netflix subscription, they are not bound to watch Hindi movies. They can watch anything else they want. And that's what people are doing now, right? They give it a shot, even let alone, even if you ignore boycott Bollywood, right? What, let's forget for a fact that, like, that let's forget for a moment that there is boycott Bollywood. What kind of content they are producing? Hatred towards Sanatan Dharma. uh, Even if you leave that out, there is absolutely nothing you can learn from it. It's basically brainwashing the younger generation to be cool about shameful acts and shameful things, and giving them a false hope that one day they will also become famous and become an actor or an actress, right?
yeah,
So I don't know, like, it's our responsibility to ensure that our children and our peers, they don't fall prey to these shenanigans and these deceptive tactics of Kamal.
yeah. Also, there was one thing that I noticed when I was watching this Jhalak Dikhla Ja, dance program competition, and you know who the judges are. It is Karan Johar, Madhuri Dixit, and Nora Fatehi. Now the anchor is dressed in pink lipstick. Okay, he wears pink lipstick, and his eyebrows are all shaped, and he's seen half the time flirting with Karan Johar and talking. His talk is very obscene, and he talks about calling him at night, midnight, and things like that. So side by side, throughout the program, there is homosexual talk happening between him and Karan Johar. Okay, and then the dances are so vulgar that Karan Johar gets all excited, and one of the dancers he hugs so tight, and then we know that she's going to be immediately promptly put into Big Boss, and a controversy created around that. You see, so because who are the people who behind this? It is Ekta Kapoor, Chalak Diklaja, it is Salman, Khan, and it is Karan Johar. So who are the people who are trapping people, because this girl says that she comes from a very tough background. Her mother had to manage single handedly. Now, see, once their weak points are already out in the public, you see, that is the way a spider will pull it into its web. And it's exactly how Karan Johar, Ekta Kapoor, and Salman Khan work.
I see, ma'am, this is all like we had discussed, right? These people are deracinated, their parents were deracinated, and that's why everything that is happening in the West, they are obsessed by it, and they want to follow, like, spread that culture and spread that mentality through their films, through their interviews, right? That haughtiness, that arrogance, and, like, that feeling of shamefulness of being, in terms like desi, like, that's what they call it. So I feel like, these people, they are completely deracinated. Even if you see, there were certain YouTube video clippings that I have seen, where they used to show when SSR used to stand beside Karan Johar, and the way Karan Johar, like, had a look where he felt like being embarrassed sharing space with SSR, despite the fact that SSR was far more intelligent, bright. He had achieved so much in such young age, right? How many people have you seen, like, have given a performance like Dhoni, right? It's a timeless movie. So many times you watch, and, like, you just have tears rolling down your eyes. So I feel like this the this is going to be there, like, the only way we can hit them is financially, because that
Yeah.
is the only loss they understand. These people won't even, like, don't even care when their loved ones died. In fact, they won't shy away from killing their loved ones, and we have seen that in happening. That how come a death happens in Dubai only, and how come there is a policy which will get matured when that particular person dies in Dubai? Why how come a person is drowning in a bathtub in Dubai? Does she not have a bathtub
And that
here
too
in
in a
Mumbai?
hotel that perhaps may be owned by Dawood.
Exactly, in a hotel that is owned by Dawood, right? Was there no big bathtub in Boni Kapoor's house where she could have drowned? And why were there no CCTV cameras? Why those CCTV cameras of that particular floor where her room was is not made public? Why? These are all of the important questions, but nobody asks them, because the crime was committed in Dubai, and Dubai police may have been bought out by the Don. So who is going to ask these things? And I it is like, it is like, it is very sad that nothing can be done about that case because of the territory where it was committed. Like, had there be someone, like, who wanted to really go after these people, he would have done everything in his political power to do it. But I think it's a lost cause. What we can do is, like, even if, I say it again, even if the central government brings up SSR case for their own political mileage, before the next Lok Sabha election, I would be very happy, because I want the perpetrators and all the supporters of the perpetrators to be scared, to be dead scared about these things. Someone like Tornado was asking, what is on with Amir Khan earlier? I saw the comment. What is on with Amir Khan? Amir Khan had his biggest flop. He's under depression. The distributors who have revered him for decades are asking money from him to cover a part of the loss that they have, massive loss that they have incurred due to putting trust in him. I mean, really, you are that demented, or you are full of hatred that you depicted that an Indian armed forces guy was mentally unstable? I mean, to what level are you falling down to? You think that, like, Forrest Gump, a movie which was originally released in the early 90s, will stand the test of time now if you make a remake of it? I mean, you have to be really demented. I think what Amir Khan portrayed was his real self. Wearing that army uniform and all of that was like insulting, but what he was portraying was his real self, because that's how he operated in his mind. And you saw the result. He must be so scared right now that he must be thinking that, what should I come up with? Who is going to invest in my next film if my film became such a biggest box office flop? And now that's why, the other thing, ma'am, I wanted to bring out here is that these cabal not only makes money through films, but they are heavily invested in companies, IT companies, technology companies, as well as they are massively invested in real estate. The Khan brothers, particularly, all the Khans, they are massively invested in real estate. So we also have to think of a way how can we, like, attack them financially so much that they are unable to make any of these business plans, so to speak.
Yeah, absolutely. There was a tweet from Karan Johar who said, because it's the Prime Minister's birthday today, he said, to the strongest pillar of our nation, leading our country to making an enduring mark on the world map, happy birthday, Narendra Modi ji. Now, to this, I replied, you guys will make all the pillars fall down: drugs, laundered money, trafficking, adrenochrome, organ trafficking, dharma against adharma. Look at his guts. He tells the Prime Minister that he is holding the country together. And what is his job, along with Bollywood Kamal? To break it down, to break down the pillars. So it's exactly a dharma against dharma. And his production is called Dharma. Can you imagine?
I think he should add an A
Yeah,
at
in
the
front of it.
beginning of
Exactly, exactly.
because that's what he's doing,
Yeah,
in reality. So he should keep the name that he's preaching, right? Because he's preaching adharma and he thinks that people are so brainwashed, but he fails to realize that the Hindu renaissance, the Sanatan renaissance, is growing and flourishing now more than ever. And people of various faiths are seeing through it, right? Even in our comment section, I see people of various faiths, regardless of whether they are Hindus or not, they are boycotting Bollywood. So that in itself should be a big statement for these people who who are such big hypocrites. These are the people who are on some Bharat Jodo, uh,
Yatra.
campaign. And I spoke to one of my followers, and he was saying that this thing of Rahul Gandhi making trips to Kerala is such a stupid move. And I couldn't agree more with them, that why are you doing this? Indians and India is united now more than it was ever united. I don't remember any time when there was like a polarization, in the last several years. But yes, I remember a lot of instances when there was polarization when Congress government was in power, when a crime was committed by someone, and then the scapegoat was made a completely different person. So these are the things that, like, this perception management is something that needs to be handled very well. And I think the masses are doing a great job of seeing through all these things and coming out with insightful interpretations and appropriate actions.
Yeah. A lot of the people are asking why you're speaking in a low voice. So let me just tell them that, see, he has a baby next door. So he's trying to keep his
I
volume
will.
down.
Yeah, I know. I'm actually keeping the volume of the my computer low, because if the sound comes in high, then my daughter will be like, daddy, daddy, and she will come down to me, and we won't be able to have this discussion. So,
See, I remember when my son was small and he was just a few months old, and it would take me a long time to put him to sleep, you know. And at that time, if I was alone in the house, then if the bell would ring, I would really shudder because that would be enough to wake him up, you know. So hours of making him sleep, and then suddenly just the sound of a bell wakes him, and I go in such a bad mood to open the door, you know, and the person doesn't expect, you know, why someone should have such a bad temper opening the door.
right. And it's hard to believe that someone who has grown up to be so sensible and so intelligent now, like your son, was acting that way when they were small, right? And that's how I think about my daughter. Like, I have to make up with like excuses for her to eat and for her to stay quiet and listen to me. And it's a great pleasure. It's also comes at a very huge cost of efforts
Yeah,
that you put, but I wouldn't trade
and
it
also
for
moves very
anything.
fast.
Yeah, I won't trade it for anything. If you
Yeah.
today, if anybody asked me if they could take all my wealth, everything, my house and everything except for my child, I think I would not trade it with anything else in the world.
What's her name?
Her name is Meera.
Okay,
Yeah,
beautiful name.
thank you.
So Vivek Agnihotri says the boycott Bollywood trend is good. In the modern world, we measure success with box office collections, but I have never felt unsuccessful in my life. For me, the success is that a lot of people have subscribed to the emotion of the film. Also, the families of Kashmir Pandit victims have. My next film is on a great achievement of India, and after that, I'm making the Delhi Files, for which we are doing extensive research. It released in 2024. It's a complex issue, and calling for a boycott is fundamentally an individual thing. I feel that the Boycott Bollywood campaign is extremely good as it shows people's frustration with the kind of films that Bollywood is producing, and its end result will be very positive. I don't think it's more of a cultural revolt against Bollywood than a political one. But when there is a conflict, politicians will use that. Let's assume your theory of the right wing machinery boycotting Bollywood is correct. Let's take the Amir Khan's Lal Singh Chadda. Narendra Modi has got 40% of votes. Let's take that 40% audience out. What are the rest 60% audience, and why aren't they watching Amir film? Does it mean all Amir fans became Modi fans? Bollywood films make fun of the middle classes. Who are their buyers? And they think people are dumb? Unlike South Indian film stars, Bollywood stars are not connected with people and they behave as if they are gods. The subjects of the South Indian, Marathi, Bengali, Odia, and other cinema resonate with the masses. See, one thing I've understood, Saffron, is that, all these people come in with their opinions very late. They listen to everything, both sides, weigh and measure everything, and then whatever is anyway coming out in the news, and what is good, they will support it.
Absolutely, ma'am. And also, why is this timing coming in 2024, right before the Lok Sabha election? So
Yeah,
definitely, with his meetings, if you have seen, Vivek Agnihotri ji made meetings with, like, BJP leaders, including our Prime Minister ji. So
yeah,
obviously there is an understanding, which can be okay. Like, as a politician, you have to garner votes, and uh, you have to take some measures which will ensure that you win the elections, and then you are able to run the country in the manner you intend, which is what our prime minister is doing. But you are right on the money when you said that all of these comments are coming in too late. Where were all of these comments when Sushant Singh Rajput was murdered? There was
yeah.
nothing that came, right? Only when people were like tweeting, talking, making YouTube videos, supporting each other, and wanted badly, like, justice for Sushant Singh Rajput. That's when, like, these guys used to come up with one or two statements, right? We are the ones who have been, like, going hammer and tongs after these criminals, after Mumbai police and whatnot. So many people, right from the ambulance driver, हमने किसी को भी नहीं बख्शा. The key maker, nobody, right? So I think all of these things that are coming in, him saying that he's going to make a movie on Delhi riots. Of course, we know that you're going to make a movie on Delhi riots, and it is going to, mark my words, that movie is going to release before the Lok Sabha election, just a month before the Lok Sabha election, so that there will be a sentiment that, like, okay, these people from other government and people of a particular religion were like doing this, and people of a certain religion were for the country. So this thing is going to happen. I'm not saying that that did not happen. Of course, history should be portrayed, but history should, that the portrayal of history should not be timed in a way that it is giving advantage to a political party, is what I feel. So I think that's going to happen.
Yeah.
But yes, these people need to speak about the truth early and need to act strongly and swiftly. Whatever it is they are doing now, it is okay. They are, everyone is well within their rights to act and do whatever they want, but it is coming in too late and it is very less. They could have done a lot more and they could have done it a lot earlier.
Yeah. So Saffron had asked that he wants to be excused by this time because he has to attend his baby. So it's fine, Saffron. I will continue with the show because I'll take a lot of these comments. So thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you, Meena ji, and thank you to all our audiences. And let's keep fighting for Sushant Singh Rajput, and let's keep exposing everyone within the government, outside of the government, all the anti-nationals, and anybody who is fighting against dharma. And until
Absolutely.
next time, Jai Hind.
Thank you. Jai Hind. Yeah. So, friends, let's me take some of your comments as we go on. There are a lot of things that you wanted to tell me. So let's just start with the last one. Devanushi says, thank you to Saturn. Uh, Vidya says, absolutely. Release of VA's movie and SSR's Justice should have come out just before 2024 elections. Now, Karthik says, uh, he belongs to the same industry, hence he is wary of him. I can't trust anyone from there completely. So well said. Usha says, they are devious and have no conscience, so they should be dealt with most harshly. Uh, yeah, it might be Karthik, but Vivek Agnihotri's actions speak louder. First success of boycott Bollywood is Kashmir Files, the reverse psychology method. Uh, Sue Hasini says, I don't get why you say so about Vivek Agnihotri. Can you elaborate, please? So, Suhasini, here there are some points that we'd like to raise because we know that you are, seeing it from Vivek Agnihotri's side. The fact that, see, earlier he used to be pro, right? Then when it chose him, he went on to the other side. This was, before the movie, uh, Kashmir Files. He went to Ekta Kapoor and he attended her birthday, and there were lots of things that he and Kangana did. So it was more of a U-turn. And then he came out with the Kashmir Files, which, because of the truth in it, became a huge success. Now, again, there are moments when you see that he goes to and fro. So that is the reason why Saffron and many other people doubt his intentions. So that's one of the reasons, because you see, even Kangana does the same thing. When her movie is going to be released, she catches the BJP and the right wingers, and then the moment it's out and she gets an award or something, then she's back to catching Ekta Kapoor's feet and going for her live shows or events. So these are games that Bollywood plays, and that we can have absolutely no sympathies with them unless they toe one single line. Earth Magic says, Vivek, another Kangana. He's a businessman. Don't trust him. Yeah, so well said. Agree with Minaji on comments coming after the things have happened. Yes. Himani. Adityanath, are you Fauji or retired ex-Fauj? We raise an actor without seeing the character of that person. I still see so many people on social media idolizing Bollywoodies. I mean, Suhasini, I could not believe it. Sarah Khan walks as if she's drunk or she's drugged. She needs a person to even hold her. She could not even stand. Then she goes into the hotel and she catches the watchman's crotch. I mean, what's wrong with this woman? Is this what they've been taught in the cabal? I mean, which means that then they are only, they're the lowest form of human beings. So these are things that are very strange for us. Vivek Agnihotri plays safe, speaks based on his convenience. Yes. What an irony. A druggy son, SRK son, Aryan being given ads and he's acting like a hero, glamorizing their crimes. Shame. Yes. Welcome, Pooja. What an irony. Yes. Let's take another comment. Earth says delivered happened in 2020, just when Vibhor Anand was ablaze on YouTube. Okay. Mahatiti says, Mahati's Garden says it's called grooming and initiation into the billionaires club through a Masonic shaming ritual sacrifice. All of them go through that to climb up the food chain. So she's answering Nina. Let me take Smita's. Why did Adi Das not use Neeraj Chopra in the advertising, as he is a sportsman and they are a sports brand? But who is the superstar with all the cabal in his hand? Try to understand, Smita. Never knew Saffron was married and saw. Yeah, he looks very young. Suhasini, a society is a reflection of the people, because we as people make or break a society with our choices. Nina says, in the case of Shah Rukh Khan and his son, is apparent the money talks. He wanted to get out of the clutches of Samir Wankhede, and it is obvious he has gone to Delhi to take help. And see, there are many people who are close to Shah Rukh Khan. One person who was very, very close was Smriti's husband, Zubin Irani. Then you have Rajesh Shukla from Congress, who's also very close, and also Piyush Goyal. They're all very close to Shah Rukh Khan. So we do not know who he approached and whose help he has sought. Himani says, Vladimir, I've worked everywhere else but corporate. But yes, was part of such parties. Life is much sober now. Earth Magic says, Bollywood is begging for some role in South Indian film industry. Now, another rumor that they are trying to sort of, spread, Bollywood is trying to spread, is Prabhas's love affair with Kriti Sayon or Sanon, Kriti Sanon for the next movie. So it's like the cabal, just before any movie, they will create a sort of a romance, So whether it's Sara Ali and, Rajnikant's ex-son-in-law. So it's all what you call very planned and fixed, sort of match, just like in cricket. And then after the movie comes out, then the woman throws him out like a bag of potatoes. So that's how Bollywood works. Shahnaz Irani says Adidas should make an armed navy or military personnel to be their brand. Purna, across the age-long back, I'm 50 now. Usha says, Kejo way of speaking is uncouth. Yes. Anupam Kher U-turns when he has a movie release in Pakistan. Yes. There are plenty of such incidents. Why are they making one true film on the Jallianwala Bagh massacre? Vishali says, my above comment is about Anupam Kher, Karthik. Yes, ma'am, I can understand, he says to Vishali. Now, so I think with this last comment, we'll end this session. See you on Monday, friends. Have a lovely weekend. And do post your comments and also send me your emails in case there's anything that you'd like to convey to us. So I'll take one last comment from Vladimir. No Khali was not just genocide. It was forced enslavement for months. And Jazia from Kojagori Loki Puja. Bangladesh mourns every year. We do not. Shame on us. Oh, is it Karthik? You look young. He says he is hooked, booked, and cooked. Boycott the Cutterwood and spend time on yourself, being happy with trivial stuff. Karthik, you don't look 50, looks like you're 30. Boycott the Cutterwoods. Aren't brands scared of boycott trend? Their brand will be boycotted too. So here, one last comment I'd like to make is that see, Thunder Thighs Arjun Kapoor is also getting a lot of ads. So you can see the connection. Vivek Agnihotri and Chetan Bhagat's podcast clearly discussed SSR committed suicide under pressure. So what youth should do to manage stress. See the video. They're all opportunists. Don't trust anyone. It's the same thing with what Smriti and Ekta did. The moment they heard the news, they said it's suicide. It's sad for them. Sad that he went this way. So everything they seem to know a lot more than even the police and the CBI. So with that, we end this news. Thank you and good night.